Hey everybody, thank you for visiting the firsttimehomebuyertools.com website. And today I have Will Dorcena. Will's a mortgage lending professional. We're just going to interview him, try to get some guidance and some information from him. So if you're looking to purchase a home, perhaps Will is the man that you would like to go with. Will, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Hey, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a local kid, Boston, Dorchester, born and raised. I grew up in the Upham's Corner area of Dorchester. Went to BC High, Boston College, received an MBA at Babson, and had a chance to do some pretty cool things career-wise, working with the Boston Marathon, New York City Marathon, the Olympic sponsorship for John Hancock, and I think the thing I found the most interesting or the funnest thing was working with the youth through a program we had called the Summer of Opportunity. So, so the John Hancock experience was fantastic. I also helped run the Democratic National Convention back in 2004 here in the city. Yeah, and I'm a mortgage loan professional. So I first came into business in 1998.
Wow.
Stepped out for a little bit, but I'm back.
Yeah. What made you get into the mortgage lending business?
Well, you know, at the time I was walking in Copley Square, because I worked at John Hancock at the time, and I was walking in Copley Square, and by chance I bumped right into a headhunter.
Oh, wow.
I literally bumped into her, almost knocked her over.
Yeah.
I caught her, and you know, we exchanged some niceties, and she asked me, hey, what do you do? And I told her I was working at John Hancock doing marketing, and I love it. And she said, well, you ever think about sales? And I told her, no.
Yeah.
And you know, I just had this, you know, death of a salesman image in my head, right? Terrible. And so after speaking to her for a little bit, she was like, you know what, you need to come and speak to the guy who owns the company. And Francis Xavier, I believe was his name, Xavier Associates.
Yep.
Turns out he's an old Jesuit.
Yeah, wow.
You know, the BC High, the BC Jesuit family. So it was a nice sort of connection that we made, and that's how I ended up in the mortgage business.
Right. That sounds, it's a great way to start in this business, right? It's if you had three skinnies, like three basics, if somebody's looking to purchase a home for the first time, what would be your three bits of information that you could share with them?
I think the first thing that I would say to them is seek out a mortgage professional immediately.
Yep.
And the reason why is because with credit card fraud and with so much Social Security numbers and credit cards we see now with many of the large retailers, you know, 56 million, you know, 5 million cards are being compromised. So there could be things on that person's credit report that they don't even know about.
Yeah, wow.
And it's not popping up through LifeLock or through any of these other programs. And so if I tell people, seek out a mortgage professional, because we run your credit, and we run the credit. It's a tri-merge credit from all three credit bureaus.
Okay.
And so we're able to see right away what some of those issues may be. And so I have plenty of customers who I'm working with who they may not be mortgage ready the first time we sit down, but because I am able to see what's happening, we could lay out a game plan. And as long as they follow the game plan, they're in pretty good shape to make a purchase. So I'd say number one is to seek out a mortgage professional. Number two, pay your bills on time. And to the best of your ability.
Right.
You know, it's not an easy thing to do, especially with the high skyrocketing prices all across, you know, the country, really. But try to pay your bills on time, because that one late payment could do significant damage to you. And the third thing I would say is save money, because it helps you when you have assets in the bank. The bank then feels more confident to loan you the money. So those are the three things I would say. Seek out a mortgage professional, someone who you've heard about or you've met some way, someone who you think you can trust.
Referred by someone, a family member?
Yeah, referred by a family member, or maybe through the video you can contact me, you know. So seek out a professional, pay your bills on time, and save money.
Yeah, great advice. And if there's if there's one success story that maybe you can share with us, is there something that you just felt real good about helping out a family or someone along the way over the years? Yeah,
definitely. You know, I've had so many success stories. You know, I have good stories, and I think one of the reasons why I'm in this business is because I'm able to work with people one-on-one. And obviously, you know, when you go apply for a loan, you know, good or bad, we're asking you for your life.
Yeah, right.
We want the tax returns. We want the W-2s. How many kids do you have? And are you getting child support? I mean, we ask for everything.
Right.
So there's a certain level of trust that the borrower puts in a person like me as the loan officer. And given all the different families, all the different types of stories that I've sort of been engaged in and been a part of, there are a number of them that stand out to me. And one that I could think of, I won't mention his name, but he's a Haitian gentleman who has 5 kids, and he was looking to purchase a home. And he didn't think, given his income, given his wife's income, he just didn't think he was going to qualify to purchase a home.
Yeah.
And so I had a chance to work with him. There are a couple things we needed to make sure, put it this way, we had a very nice roadmap to becoming mortgage ready. Yeah. And I was able to help him purchase the home. And it felt so great, because here's a guy who now has a house for his wife and his 5 kids. I've got 2 kids. I'm one of 8. There's 8 of us, right? So I know what it's like growing up in a house with 8 kids, but I've got 2. But for him and his 5 children, when I went to visit him in the new home and saw how the kids were in the living room and the wife was there with the daughter outside, and they were just sort of enjoying that space, fills me up.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you're helping them be part of the fabric of the community, right?
Absolutely.
And you're not accumulating rent receipts, you're accumulating equity, hopefully in time. So it's
paying taxes.
And helping the kids get possibly through college with some of that equity,
exactly.
Right? As we all do. If there's something that you've learned over the years that you wish you had known when you first purchased your home, what would that be? Could you share that with us?
That's an excellent question. I think one of the things that I come to learn in this industry, and I'll share this with your viewers out there so they know it as well, is the balance to limit ratio. The balance to limit ratio. And here's what that is. If you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit on it, keep the balance at $300. Keep the balance at 30%.
Okay.
So 30% is the magic number that increases your credit score each month.
Yeah. Okay.
So there are many people who have credit cards and store cards where they will charge it and then they'll pay it off in full at the end of each month. And they'll feel great about it because it's a great thing you could do that.
Right.
But they'll feel great about it because they're not accumulating these large balances. But that doesn't help your credit score.
Oh, no kidding.
No, it doesn't drop the credit score,
right?
So, but it keeps it steady.
Yep.
If you have a 30% balance to the limit on that credit card, that really does help your credit score. That shoots your credit score up significantly.
So keeping a 30% balance all the way along?
30% balance. If you're looking to purchase, if you're looking to increase your credit score for whatever reason, that balance to limit ratio is 30%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, great. What's your favorite part of your day? What do you love doing?
What I'm
passionate about.
What I'm passionate about. The favorite part of my day is when I go pick up my kids.
That's great.
I got my daughter's 5, my son is 2, and I always sort of put up to their schools, and they don't see me coming. I just kind of walk up there slowly, and then I see them enjoying life and playing with their friends, and they're so into it.
Sure.
And then when they see me, oh man, it's Daddy, Daddy, and then my daughter.
Melt.
Oh, I'm a sucker for it,
Right.
My daughter runs 50 miles per hour to jump into my arms, and then she and I will go pick up her little brother, and then we do the same thing, and I have her with me, like, look, let's surprise him, and he'll be in the back in the sandbox, eating sand. And then he sees me and his sister, and he just runs as fast as he can. And oftentimes I'm catching him so he doesn't fall, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's why I'm living. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's about family, right?
Family.
It's all about family. That's right. In closing, if somebody is looking to purchase a home in the next 30, 60, 90 days, 12 months, what would your advice be to them?
The advice actually circles back to those same 3 things.
Okay.
It's to say to them, what you can do internally or yourself is to save as much money as you can, make sure all your bills are paid on time, and the third thing is to seek out a mortgage professional.
Right.
Because what you don't want to do, early on, because what you don't want to do is pay your bills on time, pay your bills on time, save a lot of money,
Right.
see a house, fall in love with the house,
Yeah.
then you contact me,
Yeah.
we pull the credit, and it says that you had a bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And you're telling me, that wasn't my bankruptcy.
Yeah,
And I'm
right.
like, okay, well, it looks like there was some kind of credit fraud, so now we have to contact the 3 credit bureaus, and that
Right.
could take 20 days.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you don't want that.
No,
You want to
no.
you want to know what position you're in as fast as humanly possible.
Great advice. And just really ending this, what are you reading right now? Is there something that's important that's on your
You're not
bedtime
gonna
stand?
you're not gonna laugh at me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
This is really for my kids, my
Yeah.
daughter, really. The Tinkerbell novels.
Tinkerbell novels.
Yeah, she's got this massive Tinkerbell book.
Yeah.
It's like 200 pages.
Wow.
And there's all these chapters on Tinkerbell.
Right.
But she loves it. So I sit down with her and I read it every
Oh,
night.
that's great.
And my wife does it, and our son, it's like the whole family does it.
Yeah.
So that's my main reading right now. It's Tinkerbell and those
It's
non
important.
fairies.
It's those reading years, right? Yeah,
Right,
those
right.
non-fairies. Yeah, I've got 2 boys, so I never fell in love
Yeah,
with the
there you
Tinkerbell
go, there
novels.
you go.
And I thank you. I thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming out today. I thank you for your
Absolutely.
time. You're a great friend, a great partner. And if you're looking for somebody who you can trust that's going to handle your mortgage, I hope that you will consider reaching out to Will. Again, his contact information will be in the video and the show notes. And I want to thank, again, our friends at Esther Restaurant for putting up with us again. And if you don't know about Esther Restaurant in Dorchester, you really should pop in. They're in the old Ledges space. Luther and everybody they do a great job.
It's good
And
food.
Great food, great
Yeah.
food. And thank you for visiting the First Time Home Buyer Tool.